So today I'll be trying out a new foundation from Wet n Wild. This is the Photofocus Stick Foundation. And the description on Wet n Wild's website is really rambly and flowery. It says, slay all day and party all night in this long-lasting multitasking cover stick. Currently available in 21 widespread shades that are flattering in a wide range of skin tones, this Photofocus Stick Foundation delivers long-lasting coverage and a breakthrough, lightweight, multi-dimension formula that applies to a flawless, semi-matte finish. Infused with argan and sunflower seed oils for intense moisture and seamless blendability, this Photofocus Stick Foundation perfects your complexion and boosts your confidence to have you looking and feeling great from sunup to sundown. Consumer tested under 7 lighting conditions for flawless wear and no filter Insta-worthy selfies. Go ahead, choose the Photofocus Stick Foundation as your new foundation BFF. We promise, the Photofocus Stick Foundation will not disappoint. This is also cruelty-free, gluten-free, talc-free, fragrance-free, and vegan. So the price of this is affordable. It's only $5.99 and you get 0.42 ounces. So I picked up the shade Soft Ivory, which is the 4th lightest shade, and the shade is described on the packaging as light with warm undertones. And this foundation is available in 21 shades. So if you're enjoying this video while watching it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more about the Photofocus Stick Foundation and how it wears throughout the day, don't go anywhere, just keep watching. So I am still dealing with some crazy dry skin issues. I think it's just the time of year. One day it's cold, the next day it's rainy, the next day I have the air conditioning on. So I made sure my skin is well exfoliated and moisturized and sunscreened. I also took a peek at the ingredients on here, and there are a few things that are slightly unrecognizable to me. So the core ingredient in this is something called isononyl isononanate, and what that is a synthetic ester that functions as an emollient skin softening agent, and it occurs naturally in coconut and lavender oil. There is also caprylic triglyceride, which is also another hydrating ingredient. There's a lot of wax in here. There's synthetic wax, hydrogenated microcrystalline wax. There is something called Copernica cerifera, which is another wax. There's dimethicone. There's macadamia oil, sunflower seed oil, and soybean oil. Reading all that leads me to believe that although this says this is a semi-matte formula, I have a feeling once I get it on my skin, it's going to look a little bit more shiny than first thought. So I'm going to start off with the right side of my face using my Real Technique sponge, and on the left side of my face I'm going to use my full coverage foundation brush number 703 from It Cosmetics. I don't find that sponges are usually the best way to apply stick foundations, but I always like to give it a try just to see if they work out. First glance, the color looks a tad bit dark. The color isn't bad, it's just a tad bit dark for my complexion, but it's not like horrible. The sponge doesn't really seem to be the best way to apply this. Seems to be light coverage at best. Yeah, I can see all my freckles through there and on my forehead. Whatever little product I applied to my chin, I think the sponge soaked it up, which is kind of odd considering this is more of a creamy formula. Let's move on over to the brush. This is blending out way better with the brush. It's definitely the way to go. It's more high-medium coverage, although it's still a little light right through here. I can still see a ton of freckles. I don't know how they can say this is a semi-matte. I see a very definite sheen coming through on my cheeks. Wouldn't say it's a satin finish, but there's a definite glow happening there. I'm just going to touch up the other side of my face, just on the areas that are a little bit more problem areas for myself. Do I need to duck? Where the hell is that plane? Holy crap. I think I'm gonna find an apartment on the first floor. I don't know. This is looking pretty greasy. I mean, look how shiny I am. I may actually, I don't typically set my foundations with powder, but I may have to in order to blend out my powder products because that is very glowy And not in a good way, because around my chin there is some definite emphasis on texture happening down there, and a little bit of texture happening in between my eyes. I'm just gonna see if I can smooth that out a little bit. It looks a tad bit better, but I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely very, very tacky. I'm definitely gonna have to set my cheeks for this one because I don't think my blush and bronzer will blend out if I don't. So I'm gonna go put the rest of my makeup on and I will see you in a bit. Alrighty, and we're back, and man, do I look greasy. This is definitely not a semi-matte formula. I had to set my cheeks with powder, otherwise I would end up with great big blotches on my cheeks from my powder products. Even with the powder on my face, you can still see that sheen coming through. I don't know, my skin typically is more on the drier side anyway, so I'm not too concerned about this melting off my face, but there's just something about the formula that's bugging me. Besides being greasy, it's kind of on the itchy side, like right under my nose. I have this urge to scratch for whatever reason, but I'm not giving up on it yet. It's still early, anything can change. From far away, looking in the viewfinder, I think it looks nice. It just looks like I have a nice glow to my skin. It's just up close. It's just this weird combination of greasy spots and dry spots. So hopefully as this warms up to my skin throughout the day, it might look a little bit nicer, but right now I'm just not a huge fan of it. So on my eyes, I'm wearing the Almay Velvet Foil Cream Shadow in the shade Endgame. This was sent to me in PR along with a bunch of other makeup products from Almay. I'll be posting the Almay review before this video goes up, so if you'd like to check it out, you can click the card right up there. For mascara, also sent to me in PR, I'm wearing the Almay Liquid Lash Extender Mascara. For bronzer, I'm wearing the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. So for blush, I'm wearing the Physician Formula Butter Blush in Natural Glow. So staying on trend. For highlighter, I'm wearing the Physician Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Pink Rose. For lips, I'm wearing the new Hyper Matte Ultra HD Matte Lip Mousse from Revlon in the shade, what shade is this? It's so tiny. In the shade Dusty Rose. So I'm also filming a review today for this new concealer that was just released from CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This review should be up by the time I post this video, so if you'd like to check it out, you can click the card right up there. So the time is now 10:04. The next check-in will be in natural light, and I'll let you know how this foundation's been holding up. So the time is 3:23. So my opinion of this one hasn't really changed all that much since this morning. It's not looking that great. It looks really makeup-y on my skin. It's just sort of sitting there, mocking me, tormenting me. Yeah, I don't know who gave this the stamp of approval and said that it was a semi-matte, because it is anything but semi-matte. It is so freaking glowy. It's ridiculous, which I love a glowy foundation, don't get me wrong, but there's just something weird about the formula. It just seems to be glowy everywhere except here. It's like the foundation is like congregating, that's probably the wrong choice of word. I don't know, it's sort of like clumping and doing this weird dry thing around my mouth, but then up here it's shiny and oily and really makeup-y. So from my nose up, it's pretty comfortable, but from my nose down, it's really dry and itchy. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I would not feel comfortable leaving the house looking like this. Let's put it that way. So I'm just going to zoom you in quickly and give you a peek of what all this looks like. Forehead is looking really shiny. And then it's still glowy here. But around here, it's just tight and itchy and not very comfortable. It's just weird that it looks so oily on my face, because with my dry skin, I don't ever really get oily. So there's something in the formula that's doing some weird things on my face. So that is it for now. I will see you in 5 hours. No, you have to get, oh, for God's, you see this? This is what I'm dealing with. The only thing the world can see is your butt right now. I mean, it's a cute butt, but really? All right, so we're gonna try and do this update with a cat on my lap. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Time is 7:53. We're almost at 10 hours, but honestly, I have to get this off my face. Okay, honey, really, you know I love you, but the purring is getting a bit much. Can we tone it down a bit? Just bring it down a notch. So I have to get this off my face. It looks so bad. There are no words to describe how bad it looks. I'm not sure what exactly happened between the 5 and 10 hour mark, but this foundation decided to have a major meltdown. It was already not looking so hot on my face, but now it's doing some things that are just really wonky. The whole bottom half of my skin and then right up here by my eyes are completely dehydrated. It's super itchy and uncomfortable. It's like it's migrated downwards and it's caking all around my nose. So I'm just gonna zoom you in so you can have a quick look at all of, yeah. Okay, so my forehead is a grease slick. Just looks really makeup-y and it's just sort of sitting there. See how it's like pulling when I smile? It's dehydrated the skin all through there. My eyes are just screaming for moisture. It's just sort of migrated downwards and it's settled right through there and it's looking pretty harsh. So really the only positive thing I can say about this foundation is the price point. $5.99 is a super affordable price, but to walk around looking like this? No. Now, I can't ever see myself reaching for this one again, but as always, if you have any other questions about this foundation, leave them in the comment section below. So let me know if you have a certain foundation you'd like me to try out. I've been stockpiling foundations for the last month, so I'll be uploading more frequently this summer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!